In this video, I'll be giving an overview of the data management strategy for degree mining. Now, before we get into the actual components of the strategy, I want to talk through a few of the main features and components of this particular strategy. So you'll notice that it's when used with complex credential requirements, it's on the lower side. It doesn't require maybe sort of advanced technology infrastructure, but it does require some, so kind of a mid-range there. Doesn't require much in terms of technology skills. This really is more of a data management and quality strategy. It does require some cross-functional teamwork. So when we're working with different groups, we have to bring people together for this strategy. And it does have some degree of automation involved with it. So once you have the data strategies applied, they become a very important component to be able to automate these processes and do it in an efficient and accurate way. So let's actually dive into the strategy here, and we'll kind of talk through each of these components. So you'll notice that each of these elements are the sort of data mining, degree mining strategy language here. So one of the first things that you'll want to do is actually have your team establish a schedule and a routine. So being able to actually manage data is not just a one and done thing. It's something that is ongoing, and you need to be able to establish a routine to be able to do that effectively. Now, the processes that really are driven into that are managing the curriculum changes and managing grade input and grade changes as well. So those are the two main data input processes that really drive into these sources. And you'll see here that those data sources, of course, are your credential requirements. These are your academic catalog, essentially. These are often in electronic catalogs or student information systems or program of study databases. The second data source that you'll be needing to focus on are your student records, and you'll see that those are actually related to your grade inputs and grade changes. Both of those really require ongoing data cleaning and verification in order for them to be successful. And so there's these processes that are not only applying the changes into them and the inputs into them, but ensuring that there are checks on an ongoing basis that allow them to be successful. Now, from a data management standpoint, if you move into a degree mining perspective, you'll want to be able to identify the data fields that matter in this work. And so you'll see here that we're identifying, selecting credential requirements data fields, as well as selecting student progress records data fields there. Now, the main filters that you'll be working with here are really filtering out for students who are meeting the credential requirements. And from there, this allows you to build self-service portals for students to be able to identify where they are in their academic progress. But it also allows for conducting reviews and quality checks from the filter outputs that come here as well. So as we're looking at how these data come together, we want to be able to understand and run analyses against the number of students meeting certain credential requirements. And again, this is sort of at a high level. It could be specific to each program that you're working with. From there, it's very important that we have ongoing professional development and training for the staff that are involved. This is really a key point. Once we have the records identified for students meeting certain criteria, what we do with it is of great importance here. And so ensuring that the staff are well trained and equipped there is a key element. From there, we really have the ability to run two different main processes. One is to select one program and run against a batch evaluation of many students, and this is the most typical sort of single program strategy. And then you could also run manual credential audits and available for each student there, and that runs. As you're checking the information there, running those manual credentials is really a key element there to be able to do that for a single student. And then you have the main goal of this is really to create a registrar ready transcript ready output here. So we want to ensure that there's quality data ultimately getting to a transcript here that is accurate, and that the registrar can easily sign off on there as being verified credential completion. From there, we want to make sure that we are placing the credential on the official student transcript, so there's the action there that's performed, as well as communicating the benefits and the importance that this particular process has for students. So communicating the student success benefits of this is a key action there as well. So as I zoom out here, you'll notice that this is a generic process that allows us to be able to deal with data management for degree mining and be able to consider some key processes that come together to really allow us to identify credentials that have been earned but have not yet been awarded for the students.